What's going on, everybody? It's GameUnboxingReviews here, and welcome back to another LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 video. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to create the classic version of Shatterstar using the in-game customizer. So without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so appearance. To start off with, we're going to go to head, and we're going to find Crimson Dynamo's head, which is this one right here. Now personally, I think this is the best head you can actually use, and I think it's perfect because the black outline around the face, that just looks so much like his mask from the comics, Shatterstar's official mask. And it would be great if you could actually change the color of the red on this piece especially, but unfortunately you can't. So that is why we're making his red costume as opposed to any other costume the character's worn over the years. But that's fine. I actually think this turned out really good, so I can't wait to show you the finished look of this design. Now then, once you've chosen that headpiece, you want to go to hair and you want to find Captain America 2099's. Personally, I think this is pretty much perfect for Shatterstar. I think that really matches the character and looks a lot like his hairstyle in the comics. If you wanted to, maybe you could give him the shaved ponytail like that, or that if you wanted to, but for me, I think that looks awesome. I think that looks very accurate to how he looks in the comics, so we're definitely going to stick with that one. Then once you've done that, you want to go to hands and you want to make them this skin tone. Now, my design is based on specific images that I've been looking at, because depending on what you find online, Shatterstar looks very different. He's had a lot of different costumes over the years. Sometimes he's wearing gloves, sometimes he's not wearing gloves. In the image that I've been using, he's not wearing gloves, so that's the one that we're going to go with. But again, you know, this can kind of be seen as a mix of outfits. It really depends on what you're going for. Then once you've done that, you want to go to arms and you want to find Daredevil Noir. Now, I understand that not everyone might not have Daredevil Noir because, of course, he is a DLC character. So not everyone will have access to these customizer pieces unless they have, you know, that DLC pack that Daredevil Noir is included in. But I really think these arms are perfect. So if you do have Daredevil Noir, you do have that DLC pack, definitely use these arms because they just look great on the design. And I mean, if you don't have them, then don't fret, because you could use Wonder Man's instead if you wanted to. They look just as good if you ask me, but if you do have this, definitely go with it. Alright, cool. So we've done the arms, now we can move on to the body. So the body is something that I toyed with for a while. You know, I was really unsure which body to go with for Shatterstar because there was a lot of different options. I actually stuck with this one for a long time, and I just thought it looked kind of bland for the design I was going for. And eventually I settled on this one, Stingrays. I think that looks really, really cool. So that's the one that we're going to go with. Now then, once you've done that, we're going to move on to hips, and you're going to find a belt. Now, there's two pieces that could act as a belt for Shatterstar. You could use Crimson Dynamo's if you wanted to, but for me, I think Iron Man's looks really cool. So that's the one that we're going to go with. Then for the legs, again, you know, it really depends on what images you've been looking at of Shatterstar from the comics. Usually his legs are like white, and I think he's got brown boots or something, and I couldn't really find any pieces like that in this customizer, but I did find one image of Shatterstar where he did have red boots, and so luckily we can do that. So even if that was fan-made or is not in the comics, I still think it looks really cool. And yeah, so we're gonna go with that one. I think that looks really good. Stingray's pieces look really cool there. Alright, so the last piece that you need for the appearance is the attachments, and you're going to find Crimson Dynamos. I think that is just perfect. Honestly, this is one of my favorite creations that I've made to date. This actually might be my favorite creation, because every time I play as this custom character, or I just look at it, it looks like Shatterstar to me, and that is always the goal with these videos, is to make a character that isn't in the game as best as I possibly can, and Shatterstar looks near perfect to me, so I'm really happy with this creation, and I hope you guys are too. Now then, on to the weapons. So, he's had a few swords, I think. You know, in Deadpool 2, he has these really cool looking joint swords, but from the pictures I saw, he kind of had cutlasses, so we're going to have those, and we're going to make sure he's got two. And we're going to go with, not this color because it's too dark, but this color right here for the swords. I mean, if you wanted to, you could also maybe go with this one, but we'll just go with that one. Nice. Alright, now onto the fun part, which is of course the abilities. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown of all the abilities that I've given Shatterstar that I think work with the character, because I did a lot of research on this character to make sure that I get it right. So wall climbing, I think it makes sense to give him this ability because of course he's very agile, he's going to be able to double jump and stuff like that. So giving him wall climbing would allow him to get around Chronopolis a little easier, so we'll definitely add that to the character. We're going to also give him techno access. We won't give him mind control or magic, but we will give him crack Lego walls, deflect, vine cut, we'll have fix it, super strength. We won't have rune tracing, but we will have portal create, teleport, and tracking. Now, tracking, I'm going to give him that because Shatterstar has superhuman senses, so he'll be able to track stuff pretty easily. And teleport and portal create, you know, he can teleport in the comics, but it's a very restrictive teleport compared to other characters from Marvel Comics, and he also, it's kind of a weakness to him, really. You know, he gets tired and weak after using it after a while. So, you know, I didn't want to give him the ability to just teleport by pressing circle all the time, because I just thought, you know, that's not the kind of character he is. He can't just teleport everywhere because he does get tired and weak. So I thought instead we'll do portal create and teleport. That way he can only teleport when it is essential. So I think that makes a lot more sense. So just another quick rundown. We got tracking, teleport, portal create, super strength, fix it, vine cut, deflect, crack Lego walls, no mind control, no magic, techno access, and wall climbing. Nice. Alright, now on to tap square. Obviously we want to be able to fight with our swords, so we're going to have that. And then for hold square, this is up to you guys. You could have a targeted lunge where you can lunge towards his enemies and attack them with his swords, or you could throw your swords. For me, I'm going to go with targeted lunge because I think it's cooler, you know, when you see him just run towards the enemies and attack them with the swords. But it's entirely up to you guys what you want to choose there. Now then, on to tap circle. So this is where I have to explain some things. So in the comics, Shatterstar can channel powerful vibratory shockwaves through his swords. However, sending vibrations through his swords do exhaust him. But that's not something that we can actually add to our custom character. We can't make him get tired or have, you know, a meter where he can only shoot the vibratory shockwaves so much. So we don't have to worry about that. He'll be able to shoot them as much as he wants. But this is an ability that he does have in the comics, that he can shoot from his swords, and I wanted to add it to the character. And the way I did this is basically like this. So we'll go to bolts, we're going to go to toggle, bolt origin. We want to of course make sure it shoots from the weapon like this, so he can just shoot from both swords. For the bolt style, we're going to go with, I believe it's 2. Yeah, 2. For the color, I went with this one right here. I think that looks pretty cool. And then for the damage type, just make that, we're going to have sonar bolts. So then, you know, this is an ability, if you wanted to, you could use on the enemies, but really, I think if you want to play Shatterstar properly, you would use this ability only when you need to destroy glass Lego objects and stuff like that. That is the main purpose behind that ability, because that is kind of what it does in the comics anyway. So yeah, I mean, if you wanted to, you can attack enemies, but that's the main reason I added this, because he has it in the comics. So that is vibratory shockwaves, basically. And then for hold circle, I don't think I gave him anything there. I don't think there was anything I could think of that needs to be there. So we'll go back into bolts and we'll just put bolt target. And that way he can actually target and shoot the vibratory shockwaves as well. Cool. Alright, so that is pretty much it for those abilities. Now on to the X button. So with double tap X, of course, we want to be able to double jump, so he should be able to do flips in the air and stuff like that, which is awesome. And then for hold X, I didn't bother giving him a hyper jump. I just thought that made no sense, so we're not going to do that. And then for the passive traits, so for the health icon, you could go with, I'd say just go with red, you know, because it matches the outfit. For the health type, just go with standard. I know he can regenerate quite quickly, so if you wanted to, you could give him invulnerability, but I just thought I'll just stick with standard. For the voice, just choose any male voice out of the 3. I'll just go with this one right here. Movement speed, he is very fast, but I just kind of, I don't know, there's something about the speed in this game I'm not a big fan of, like when the characters run too fast with the Customiser characters, so I'm just going to stick it as default. But you guys, if you're watching this video and you're trying to make Shatterstar, absolutely give him fast speed if you want to. It's entirely up to you, really. And then for the target reticle, we'll go with red because it matches the outfit again. Alright, cool. So we've done the appearance, the weapons, the abilities, and the passive traits. Now we just need to name them and choose a background image. So we're going to go to character name, put Shatterstar, there we go. And then for the background image, what should we choose? Lots of different options here. go through them all. I kind of like that one. I think that one looks kind of cool. Yeah, we'll go with that one because I don't usually use that one, so it changes it up a bit. Alright, cool. Now, of course, what we're going to do is drop Shatterstar into the Chronopolis HUB World and see just what he can do. And here he is. This is, of course, my custom-made classic Shatterstar made in LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2. Let's just get a good look at him right here, looking extremely cool. Like I said already at the beginning of the video, this might be my favorite custom character to date. I mean, just look at him from the back. You wouldn't think that's a custom character. That looks like Shatterstar. I'm honestly shocked at how accurate I could make this character look, and I'm just so happy that I could because he just looks awesome. Really, really cool. So what can he do? Well, obviously he can attack with his swords like this, which is awesome. And again, just seeing him attack with swords, it just looks like Shatterstar. It's so cool. He can also charge attack these benches and piles of snow like this. Again, you know, if you wanted to, you could put the sword throwing on instead, but I just thought that looked really cool. Plus, Shatterstar is faster than any average human, so that kind of works as well because you can see he's running a bit faster, so you could say that's the super speed in action, I guess. He's not like Quicksilver or anything like that, but he's fast. He is fast. And then, of course, the final ability we gave him was the Vibratory shockwaves, which are like this, which looks so cool coming from his swords like that. Love it. You know, it was really hard trying to find an actual effect for that power. I really couldn't decide what color to make it because there was no images I could find online of what that power looked like when he used it. So I just thought, okay, vibratory shockwaves, I'll just make them blue. And then, of course, you can also do these little flips in the air like that. He does that awesome landing. And he can, of course, climb walls, just so he can get around a bit easier. Kind of looks like he's putting his swords in the walls, which makes sense, I guess. So yeah, cool. Alright, now of course, let's go actually fight some crime as Shatterstar, because that sounds like a lot of fun. Now, the reason I made this character, main reason really, was because Deadpool 2 is out, I believe, in a few days, and I'm really excited about Deadpool 2, and seeing Shatterstar in it is just so cool. Shatterstar is an awesome character that I didn't really know about until Deadpool 2. I had to really do a lot of research into that character, because I think that's one of the great things about these comic book movies is they introduce you to characters you've never heard of, and then you're like, whoa, okay, that's a pretty cool character, I want to learn more about them, and I did, and Shatterstar is a pretty cool character from the comics, and it's just great to see him in movies. I have made the movie version as well. I like it, you know, I thought it looked okay, but I think this one turned out a lot better. Like, this literally looks like Shatterstar. But if you guys want me to make the movie version, Deadpool 2 version of Shatterstar as well, then I'll definitely consider it, because it is cool. It does kind of look like him. I just think this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. I was actually going to record the Shatterstar video of the movie version, and then I thought, I wonder if I can make the classic version, and I just played around with the customizer for like an hour or two, and eventually I came up with this, and I'm so happy I did it, because it's so much better than the movie version that I made, even though the movie version looks cool. But yeah, this is just perfect. I love it. Absolutely love it. I think I might have seen Shatterstar before the movie, but like forgot about him. He's one of those characters that, you know, there's so many X-Men and X-Force characters and stuff like that that you kind of forget some of them sometimes. And Shatterstar, he looked familiar, so I've probably seen him before somewhere, but I guess Deadpool reminded me of the character. Deadpool 2, at least, the movie. Just seeing him in the trailers and everything. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what he does in the film. Very, very cool. It's great to see X-Force taking some of those characters. And yes, I will be making other characters from the films as well. If I can't make their movie costumes, I'm just going to make their classic costumes. And if I can't make them, then I won't be making them at all. But yeah, I have made a few other characters from that X-Force team. And they turned out pretty good. Shatterstar is definitely my favorite. That's why I wanted to show him first, because I'm just so proud of the way he turned out. But I have made other characters from that team as well. I won't say who, though. I'll let you guys, you know, wait and see for that, because they are pretty cool. They turned out pretty good. One of them in particular I thought looked really cool. Let's actually get up there and fight those Hydra robots. Speaking of Hydra, remember guys, of course, community characters, that's still going on right now. You can still, you know, send in your custom Hydra creations. I've seen some fantastic creations already, and I can't wait to see some more. So there's still plenty of time to participate in that. I wanted to select all of them. Oh well. Why not? Let's shoot one of these shockwaves. There you go. See, even though it should be able to, you know, destroy not crack Lego walls, destroy glass Lego objects, you can still attack enemies with them, which is cool. So, makes them a bit more useful there. And again, you know, we did give him the teleport ability, but I didn't give him it where you can teleport all the time, because I just thought that wouldn't work as well. So, yeah, because obviously with teleporting with Shatterstar, it's different. It's not like Nightcrawler where you see him, you know, teleport here and there and there and there. It's like, it's not like that. It's very different. Very, very different. I think I read that if Shatterstar were to teleport inside, like in an interior, it would like blow up the entire interior. He has to teleport outside. So that's just like a little example of how different his teleportation ability is compared to other mutants. And other Marvel characters in general, and superheroes. Wow, there's no one here. There usually is. That's weird. There's usually, like, gangsters there. Can I borrow that? Thank you. Is it red? If that's red, then that's awesome, because it's white and red. It's the Shatterstar mobile. Hang on, let me see. I hope that's red. It is red. Cool. The Shatterstar mobile. It got rid of his shoulder pads, but oh well.
They make me so mad.
Yeah, they are. Alright, let's take them out. I'm gonna take them all out in one. Come on, Shatterstar. Oh, no. Songbird got them before me.
Watch over me.
Oh well. Well, Songbird got one of them
What a
before me.
real hero looks like.
It's really crazy how Lego Marvel Superheroes 2's Customiser is still being used now, you know. I mean, I was really looking forward to this Customiser, but I never thought I would still be using it now, and still being able to recreate really good-looking custom characters. I mean, it's crazy. They've really made a brilliant Customiser with this game, and the fact that it's only going to get better with future Lego game titles is extremely exciting. I'm not sure what to expect from Lego The Incredibles' Customiser, because they haven't really detailed that yet. Hopefully we'll hear something maybe this week or something, because I think it's Incredibles Day on Monday, so hopefully we'll hear something there. But I am very looking forward to, you know, seeing what that Customiser is going to be like. Like, I really hope we can use it to create some characters that aren't in the games, you know, from other franchises like I've done with this game. Probably, you know, I'm not entirely sure how good it's going to be, if it's going to be like Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 or Ninjago, but I'm definitely going to, you know, mess around with that Customiser in Lego The Incredibles and just see what I can come up with. But there's always this Customiser that I'll probably come back to a lot. Definitely. But I'm just so excited to see this Customiser evolve, because if we can make cool stuff like this already, imagine what we'll be able to make next, with the next serious Lego game that comes out and has a Customiser, because they've said the Customiser is only going to get better, and I can't imagine what that's going to be like next. I cannot imagine it. I mean, there's so many ideas I see people throwing around, and I love all the ideas people mention. You know, it'd be cool if you could do this and that in the Customiser. It'd be cool if you could add wings to your characters, and what else? You know, just anything. Like, if they can get to that point where you can add, like, any power, you would be able to make any character from anything, and that's pretty exciting. One thing I think that was at the top of everyone's list was being able to make your own, like, Bruce Banner to Hulk kind of character. You know, you make your minifigure and they can turn into a big figure. And they said that's kind of a can of worms. You know, it's very near impossible to work out. Or at least it would have been impossible to add to the game that late in development. But it would be cool to see something like that someday. Being able to make your own Bruce Banner to Hulk kind of character would be extremely cool. Whoa! One thing that I think would be really cool to see, though, in the future of the Customiser, that I think would really, you know, make the Customiser long-lasting, that would allow people to use it for many, many years to come, is if you could change the colors of everything. So you can see on this detail here, we've got black, grey, red, you know, a bit of dark red, like all those colors, if you could change them individually on every single piece in the game, that would be revolutionary for LEGO video games, because you could literally make anything. You really could. Like, say for example, you used Spider-Man and you changed all of his pieces to black and you changed the webs to grey. You could kind of make the Spider-Man 3 suit if you wanted to, the symbiote suit. I mean, that's just one small example. Maybe you could make the imperfect Spider-Man from, you know, Marvel Nemesis Rise of the Imperfects. The one, I think if I remember correctly, it's black with green webbing. Like, you could make that. Like, it would be so cool if we get to that point where the customizer can really do that much.
Over here.
I'm just so excited to see where it goes next. So excited.
Thank goodness you came along.
Yeah, it's lucky, isn't it?
That ought to make the streets a little safer.
I can't find any objects to destroy that are like glass. I don't think there's any like that are, you know, stand around after you've completed all the puzzles in the world and stuff like that. I think I've pretty much completed all the puzzles, except for like the hidden stuff. I don't know if I'll ever finish all that, because they don't really give you a good idea of where everything is. A lot of it is hidden very, very well. What? Oh, there's no one here. That's weird. Right. Let's get this vehicle, the Necrocraft. Because why not? From that angle right there, I mean, that looks exactly like Shatterstar. It's crazy. I just love this custom character so much. This might be my favorite. I've made a lot of custom characters, some good, some bad thing. But this is one that I am really, really happy with. This is probably my favorite to date. Yeah, I can't believe how good it looks. Hopefully I'll make better you know, custom characters after this. I mean, I do have lots of other ideas in mind that I haven't shared with you guys yet, but this is definitely my favorite to date. It just looks so cool. It looks like Shatterstar, it plays like Shatterstar, and that's exactly what you want when you know, do one of these kind of creations. When you try to make a character that isn't in the game, and he turns out this good, you know you've done right. Like, you know you've done a good job.
Find the simple life.
And there's no harm in congratulating yourself. Right, let's go through medieval England. Okay, there's... Why is the hub world so quiet today? Usually there's crime everywhere, and there isn't at the moment. Wait. Hey, there you go. There's some crime. Let's actually just attack them for once. Boom. Is that it? Oh! It's him up there. Can we, like, run up to him? I want to try that. See if we can run up to him. No. Sneaky. Nice, we got him. Usually he jumps down.
Phew! You saved my life!
I love that animation when he lands. That looks pretty cool.
I'll let you know if I find any others.
Yeah, when he's got his like swords on the ground there, it's pretty awesome.
Oh, crumbs! This is harder than it looks, Governor!
Verily, I hast the most frightful stitch.
Ain't got nothing on Shatterstar. He'd absolutely destroy them in a sword fight. But anyway, guys, I think that's pretty much it for this video. You know, I've shown quite a lot of Shatterstar. Like I said, you know, I wanted to show this one first out of all the X-Force characters I've made, because this is the one that I'm most happy with. And it's just cool. It's just really cool that the Customiser is still being used now, and still you're able to make some really accurate looking recreations of characters that didn't make it into the game. I do hope though that one day we do get, you know, I hope there's going to be a LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 3 one day, and you know, with all the dealings and everything going on at the moment, hopefully when that does happen, Shatterstar would be an official playable character alongside the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, Deadpool, all those characters, because that would be really cool to be able to buy a LEGO game and have Shatterstar be an official playable character alongside the other X-Force characters like Cable and stuff like that. But it's just great to make another character, you know, inspired by Deadpool 2, because I've made a lot of characters from that already. I made Colossus, Negasonic Teenage Warhead, Deadpool himself, and of course, I think I made 2 Cables, didn't I? I think I made Classic Cable, which kind of turned out looking like Slade, Deathstroke, but the Josh Brolin Cable I made, I love that. I was very happy with the way that one turned out as well. Okay, there's some crime over here, so why don't we take that out before we wrap this video up? Why not? Yeah, some of my personal favorite creations will probably be this, Josh Brolin's Cable that I made, and I can't think of any off the top of my head at the minute, but yeah, there's a lot of cool ones. There's a lot of creations I'm happy with. The only one I really didn't like was the Thing. I just always regret making the Thing. It just looked terrible. But I mean, like I said already, when you make the Fantastic Four, you can't not make the Thing. Even if he turns out bad, you gotta try. Because otherwise it's the Fantastic Three, and that's not as catchy.
Ah, you come to admire the fruits of your labor.
Okay, here we go.
The trees.
Oh, we're gonna attack them all. Yes!
I might have mentioned
Nice.
I'm no expert on these things. You're a true hero.
I'm Shatterstar.
That was fast.
Alright, cool, so we'll head back to Avengers Tower now. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed watching it as much as I've enjoyed making it. You know, like I said, lots more custom creations are on the way. It's been a bit of a slow, you know, couple of weeks for news. We haven't really heard much in a while. Hopefully that'll change, but in the meantime, I thought I would just try and make more custom character videos, because I know you guys enjoy those, and you know, that should hopefully fill this news drought, because there's not a lot of news at the minute. And I mean, Lego The Incredibles, it's not long till that game comes out, so yeah, I'm sure we'll hear more about that very, very soon. But for the time being, hopefully you guys will enjoy these custom character tutorials. Anyway, guys, as always, I want to thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for lots more videos real soon, and as always, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.